Hey everyone, my name is Steve Beckman. I'm the co-founder of Designology and one of the creators of the Pivot platform.
Hi, my name's Katie Cleary, and I am a market researcher who founded Cleary Insights and one of the creators of Pivot with Designology.
So if it's a little surprising that a company like Designology has an insights tool like this, I'm not surprised. After all, at our core, we're a design agency, not an insights company. But as designers, we know the value of consumer co-creation. We know the impact of bringing the voice of the consumer into the design process, and that's why we built Pivot.
When I was at Campbell's, I worked on consumer insights for the disruptive innovation team, and we wanted to shake things up, not just with the ideas we were testing, but with how we were gathering feedback on those ideas. We had been using traditional concept testing methods. They're clean, they're controlled. But that's the problem, maybe just a little bit too clean. We were putting these bold new ideas into these sterile environments, and it just wasn't giving us the learning that we needed. There was no real-world noise, no competition, no grounding for these consumers in the shopping moment when they were thinking about these new ideas.
So we started thinking about how to get people out of that survey mindset, where they're giving the rational answer or just trying to give you the right answer to the question. We wanted something more instinctive, something that tapped into the primal ways that consumers make their buying decisions, those quick gut level reactions that we all have when we're scanning a shelf or we're scrolling online. And of course, everybody needs to do this quickly and on a tight budget. And that's where the idea for Pivot came from. Now, like a lot of MVP launches, the version we're going to show you today isn't what it looked like at first. The first version of the tool that would go on to become Pivot was a D2C website. We created a fictitious brand and then put it on a website so we could watch consumers interact with this product, gauge their level of interest by observing what they did when presented with the opportunity to either find out more or to pre-order the product.
This first version of what would become Pivot changed the way I thought about connecting with consumers. Once I left Campbell's, I reconnected with Steve, and we decided to work together to create a solution that would take this learning approach that we had been thinking about and working on and take it to the next level.
It's always helpful when you get a chance to look back on a project and say, if I had to do that over again, what would I do differently? And we, for sure, found some areas that we could improve upon from that pilot program. The first one was that it needed to be more realistic. We recognized that the more we could get consumers to feel like they were actually shopping, the better the data was that was going to happen. Second, and nobody ever argues with this one, it had to cost less. We really wanted to put this tool within the reach of teams that were working scrappy, that didn't have a big research budget. Third, it had to move faster. We'd spent a lot of time in development before that first test got in field. And to make this really iterative, we needed to be able to get a test in field very quickly. And then finally, the platform had to record everything. Every click, every movement, every interaction, every purchase, everything the consumer did so that it could be studied. And that's what led us to Pivot.
Our consumers are recruited and then put through a screening process to ensure that we are talking to the right consumers with every test that we run. We give them shopping instructions, and then the consumer is dropped into a shopping environment that looks and feels very realistic. E-commerce environments look, act, and feel predictable, so shoppers exhibit natural buying behavior. They browse, they interact, they check out the way they're comfortable doing and the way they're used to. And shopping environments can quickly and easily be transformed from one retailer to another, and they all feel and look and shop the way they're supposed to.
And because brick and mortar is still a vital part of the picture, we built shelf environments that range from ambient and refrigerated end caps to our large shelf test, where we can expose consumers to a wider variety of products during their shopping trip. At the end of their shopping assignment, the consumer is dropped into our survey platform, where we have the ability to trigger questions based on their behavior during the shopping exercise.
And this is probably the most exciting part of the Pivot platform, the ability to trigger a question based on a shopper's actions to get to the root of that action and the why behind what they've done.
And then because we wanted the platform to be easy to use, not just for shoppers, but also for marketers, we created a researcher portal, a place where our clients can quickly access and drill down into their data. We built features that visualize key data points, helping to illustrate the story, and that empowers researchers to take action quickly, which keeps Pivot agile and iterative. But good data requires good stimuli, and this is an area where we're really passionate at Designology because it leans into the core of who we are. Now, designing stimuli isn't like a full-blown brand design project, but it shouldn't be done by someone who doesn't understand packaging either. It needs to be quick and scrappy, but it also has to look ready to be on that shelf, and this is an area we can really bring value. So to wrap this up, there are 4 key takeaways that we'd like to leave you with.
And the first one that we hope you recognize today is that Pivot is different. It's innovative, it's fast, it's affordable, and it doesn't just deliver data, it delivers clear, actionable human insights.
And that's exactly the point. We built this platform to put that type of research within the reach of every marketer. Whether that's an emerging brand that just wouldn't otherwise have the budget for this, or an innovation team at a big CPG company.
And the second key takeaway is the power of behavioral insights. By triggering questions based on a shopper's behavior within the shopping environment, we're able to get at the deeper insights grounded in real category data. And that's available whether that test shopper buys your product or your competition.
And the third takeaway, which we hope is obvious, is that Designology is more than just an insights company. So whether we can help you create better stimuli, or coming out of the research project, we can help you transcribe design direction from your research results, we've got you covered. The final thing is that we haven't mined the depths of what this tool can do yet. Pivot's really versatile. So whether you're looking for a full-blown consumer co-creation, or you're looking for a better way to assess the category impact of your next innovation, we can do that for you. And we're still building this platform. The innovation on our end isn't over. We're going to bring AI into it that's going to empower faster answers to your research questions. We're about to roll out new shopping environments. We're constantly developing upgrades for your hub. And we would love to build an environment just for you. So if you have a question or a challenge, reach out to us.
We would love the chance to talk with you about your research needs and show you how Pivot can help you achieve those learning objectives and help you pivot. Thanks for your time.